What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS 3 Raw TV. Tonight, we're just finished up at the Junior Zyzz, and you guys are going to see a video that I put up that I've actually edited in like an iMovie, so it's multiple pieces, and it's kind of too big to put on unless I get on Wi-Fi, and I haven't hooked up to the Wi-Fi here, so when I get home, I'm going to edit it and put it up. So, quick update. Carrie got 4th in her class, makes her a top 4 national level competitor now, ranked to the top 4. Megan placed top 15th from BioBuilt. We had a couple other friends from Maryland come up. Eric Bethune won the super heavyweight division and lost the overall by 1 point bodybuilding. Weighed in at 243 pounds, just a giant shredded beast. Clara Paris, who is a bikini competitor from Maryland, was here to competed. She was in the top 10. Brittany Tuggley, she was in the top 10. She's also from Maryland. So overall, it was a good showing for the people from Maryland. And you're going to see that I had to buy this can of protein because I forgot the Big Bitch formula at home on the sink. And I said I was going to give you guys an update. This stuff sucks. Don't buy this stuff. It's awful. It gives me an upset stomach. Gives me gas. It's not good. It's maybe cheap and maybe, I don't even know what's really in it. I got it because I forgot the protein or else I wouldn't be drinking it, but it sucks. So I want to follow you guys up with a story time because at the end of the day I checked my phone. I was looking at what the videos were saying, some of the comments and stuff, and I saw some stuff about the Zyzz video. And I think there's some misconception about what I said, that the drugs are responsible for killing a Zyzz. And the drugs, I understand there's a heart condition there, an unknown heart condition. And this is the point I'm trying to make. If you don't know that there's something wrong with you, you shouldn't be messing with things like drugs. Now, if you're perfectly healthy, that's fine. You want to go use drugs and test your fate, that's fine. You're probably not going to have these effects. You're probably not going to have a heart attack. But if you don't know you have it, you're playing Russian roulette. So let me just start off by talking about Quinn. Jim Quinn, the guy's name was. Here's where story time starts. Jim was a collegiate wrestler at Rhode Island College in Rhode Island. He wrestled at about 130 or 125. Natural weight was like 165, 170. He would cut weight down there every year to get down there. And I worked with him as he was a bar back and I was a bouncer at a club. 2 different clubs. The Keg Room, which was like a college bar, and Centerfolds, which was a gentleman's club. It was a strip club. And, he was, didn't look, like there was anything wrong with him. He was perfectly healthy as far as we knew. And I came to work one night and they said, did you hear about Jimmy? I said, no, did he win his match? He said, no, he's dead. So what do you mean he's dead? He said he died of a heart attack, 22 years old. So I'm trying to figure out how this could possibly be. A 22-year-old died of a heart attack. So my friend Christina was also friends with him, and she was going to school with him. So I called her. She kind of had all the information on what was going on. And she had found out that he had a heart problem that when he was younger, it was an underlying heart problem, something like a Zyzz had. And it had gone away. So there was no traces of it. The doctor said that he had outgrown it as he got older. It wasn't there anymore. So he was taking Ripped Fuel. This was on the market in like the mid-90s, early to mid-90s. Had ephedra in it, caffeine, mawong, all that stuff. And he was taking these things to help him study and stay up. He was taking them to work out. He was taking them to help kill his appetite while he dieted. He was taking them by the label claims. So Twin Labs had the label claims, take 2 capsules every 6 hours or whatever it was, not to exceed 6 capsules in 24 hours or something like that. And that's what he was taking. Well, this aggravated the heart issue that he didn't know he had. So he was at wrestling practice. They were running the track or whatever outside. Decided the whole team was going to sprint to the building, and the last one there had to wash the jock straps or whatever shit was going on like that. And Jim was the first one to the school, got to the door, collapsed. They performed CPR on him right there. He died on the spot of a heart attack. He died. And there was nothing anybody could do. 22 years old, gone like that. Saw him Wednesday night, he was dead Friday morning. And all because he didn't know about that undiagnosed heart problem. Now, here's the kicker. I think all you Zyzz guys think I'm busting balls and I'm making fun of him and I'm making fun of you or whoever. But the problem is you're not getting it. You're so pissed off about Zyzz and people talking trash about him that you're looking at me as attacking him. That's not what's happening. And you're looking at me to point the finger like everyone else and go, drugs killed him, drugs are bad, see? That's not me. You guys should know better by now that I'm not going to say the drugs are what killed him. What I'm going to say is he had an underlying heart problem that he didn't know about. But how many of you right now watching this at his age or younger have been tested for heart issues? Not many. I can almost guarantee you probably like 2% of you maybe have had some kind of test to let you know if there's something wrong with you. So if you're attempting fit and you're out there doing the same things, how do you know that your heart is healthy? It'd be different if you guys were all getting, said, oh, Zyzz died, it was underlying heart problem. Maybe I should check and see if I have the same issue too. But instead, you guys are going, oh, he's dead and this sucks, and it's not the drugs that killed him. You're right. It's not necessarily the drugs, but it's the reaction from the drugs to the underlying condition he had. And the problem is, if you don't learn that lesson, Azizz's lesson in life was not to teach you how to be aesthetic, brah. Not to teach you how to get chicks, brah. Not to teach you how to be cool or cut your hair cool or anything like that. His whole life, the message should be that he went from being nothing, or he went from being a young kid, skinny kid, to being a worldwide icon for young people, to dying fast and young. Kind of like Jim Morrison, so it's just the same thing as those rock stars that died of drugs too. It doesn't make them any less great, it doesn't make them any less influential. It just makes them unfortunate that they died. But there's the lesson that you should get yourself checked. You should check into this stuff. Zyzz died in vain if you're sitting there saying, oh, there's nothing wrong with me, I'm going to go do it too. It takes you one day out of your life to go to the doctor, get the blood work done, get an ECG, AKG, all that stuff done, and make sure that you're healthy so that you don't pull the same thing that Zyzz did. How do you think Azizz's family feels? And some of you probably are still upset and, are very angry about the fact that he passed away, but it all could have been stopped by one test on one day, or a couple tests on one day to make sure that he was healthy, but he didn't do that. And I know that it seems like a pain in the ass, but saving your family and loved ones the grief of mourning your death for the next 10, 15, 20 years by you taking a day out of your life to get tested and make sure there's nothing wrong with you seems pretty easy. It seems like it's a very small piece of your life, and that's the message I was trying to get across. So before you guys all get your panties in a bunch and get all ripped up about, oh, you gotta learn the facts, you gotta learn this. First of all, you weren't there with him when he died, so you don't know the facts. You only know what's been fed to you through the internet, because that's where he was popular. That's where you get your information. So how do you know the information that you got was right? Was it come from a newspaper? I don't know. It came online. Was it an online newspaper? Was it his brother? Was it somebody acting his brother that opened their own thing or hacked into it? You have no idea yourself, but you go, oh, I got it wrong. Oh, sorry that I didn't sit there for days and research how Zyzz died. Fact is, he took a lot of drugs, he partied a lot, he died. He had a heart condition. Those are the facts. Put them together any way you want. That's what happened. So don't be stupid. Don't look at this as an attack on Zyzz or you or your movement of Zyzz people aesthetic bras or anything or whatever, because that's not what it is. What it is trying to make you guys, as young guys, open your eyes to see something that you may not see, because I'm on the outside of it looking at it a little different than you guys are, because you're emotionally jacked up about it. So you're not really paying attention to the real message of what's going on. You're more apt to attack people like me than rather look out for yourself, which doesn't make any sense. So that's story time. My boy died young. Your boy died young. We're in the same boat. Difference is, I get the message, and you guys are mad about, I don't know what. There's a message, and I don't know what you guys are mad about. So, biostreettraining@gmail.com. Leave the comments down below. www.biostreettraining.com is the blog. We'll see you guys soon. Don't run with the big dogs if you get pissed like a puppy. And we're out.